Oh, really?
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so you guys know, like, this is a ritual at this point. I always post polls. I always ask you guys, like, what do you think about certain topics? And I was actually shocked by this one, okay? I haven't really been shocked by a poll for a while, but I was shocked by this one. So I asked, who do you think has the most potential? And Zach Collins came in third, which I guess I'm not that shocked about coming in third, but only 18% of you guys said Zach Collins. I think this is a pretty decent sample size, nearly 3,000. I would assume that most Spurs fans would feel this way, even though Spurs fans on this channel are smarter than the average Spurs fan, obviously. But that's besides the point. All right, so Isaiah Roby at first. I understand that, especially since most of these people are Spurs fans, okay? Most of you guys are Spurs fans. I know that some people follow and they're like, I'm not even a Spurs fan, I just like the channel, which is weird. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. But Isaiah Roby, I would expect that because Spurs fans aren't very familiar with him, so it makes sense there. Trey Jones, sure, coming in second, sure, but Zach Collins, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe he only got 18%. Now, I really thought about this quite a bit, and I decided to go back and watch some film of Zach Collins. But not only that, I went back and watched some analysis or read some analysis of Zach Collins and what people were saying about him previously, and even what his previous teammates were saying about him. And the player that he's supposed to be is like a really great player. He could very well be a player that's going to be a star. Like, out of these group of guys right here, I don't necessarily see any of these guys becoming stars, but Zach Collins' potential to me is a star if he could reach that. Okay, it's just a matter of staying healthy, which obviously you got to be available. Now, before we dive into that really quick, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I asked you guys like which design you want me to do first, like t-shirt designs, and you guys said Tim Duncan. I might go against you, okay? I love Manu too much. I might just do it anyway. I'm sorry. It's close enough, right? It's about 50-50. I'll probably do Manu Ginobili and another player as well. But the designs look really good, okay? I have like 8 or 9 or 10 of them ready to go. But we're just gonna start off with white tees because that's the inventory right now. And then once we grow, obviously we'll grow, and I'll add more colors and everything. But I'm just gonna start off with a couple designs just to help the grind out a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and go into this. Zach Collins. So another reason why I want to talk about Zach Collins is because this kind of surfaced on Twitter, and people were talking about this a little bit. And Zach Collins is putting in that work. Now, I'm sure you want me to play the sound from this, but trust me, you don't want to hear it. It's that like cringy, dramatic instrumental. It's really terrible. But yeah, it looks like he's really putting in the work. And I've been watching. Obviously, you guys know I keep up with all Spurs social media, and I've been paying attention to things that he posts, things that he's tagged in. And yeah, he's putting in a lot of work this off season, and he looks as healthy as we could imagine. So like I said, because of this, I went back and I said, I want to see what were they even saying about him before he even stepped foot in the NBA. And these are some high praises. Oh my God. So we can just read some of this. Young center with excellent size and coordination, and we've seen this even with the Spurs. Runs the floor well, possessing very good mobility. We've seen that. Has a great frame, showing the ability to carry a lot of weight and remains fast and athletic. Strength shouldn't be much of an issue for him at the next level after a season or two. A stellar defender with great lateral quickness, especially for his size. But yeah, it just kind of goes over his tenacity. Even here, possesses a very nice shooting stroke with a form to extend his range to the NBA three-point line. And funny enough, if you go back and you look at some of his numbers, he is not bad at three at all. He doesn't take a lot, but he's not bad. But if you look at his free throw percentage, actually, I would argue that his best shooting stroke has been with the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, only 28 games, and if there's more, if you got up to 77, 66, this percentage will probably go down a little bit. But I will like to point out that he's getting to the line twice as much as he usually does, or he did with Portland. So he's way more aggressive with us, and I just think that that's a really good sign that maybe he is healthy, or maybe he is just healthier in general. But look, I'm going to say this. I'll be completely real with you guys, though. If Zach Collins can't remain healthy with the San Antonio Spurs, I don't think he can stay healthy. I mean, just being real. Maybe that's my biases, especially from what I've seen from players coming in and out of San Antonio, how they took care of Tim Duncan for such a long period of time, how Manu Ginobili actively tried to injure himself every single game, and they still managed to keep him healthy. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. But honestly, if Zach Collins can't stay healthy with the Spurs, it's just one of those situations that's unfortunate, okay? And he's just not going to be able to. But I hope that's not the case. All right, so let's go ahead and end this off by just going over some of the quotes that I found from Lillard and his other previous teammates, and we'll talk about something that Pop said as well. But this is what they had to say. I think regardless of which group he's in the game with, I think he's the same. Nurk and Hassan, man, this is a while ago, are different players. So there might be opportunity for Zach to do different things, but I don't think his role really changes. He'll be the same defensively. Zach is one of the best defenders. He's a good rebounder. He's tough, a great defender. He can switch 1 through 5 and have an impact on the game that way. He'll be picking and popping and finding those spots. And this right here, the 1 through 5, we don't talk about that a lot, but yeah, he does have quite a bit of versatility defensively. One thing that's cool about that as well is because now we'll have like 3 guys with a lot of defensive versatility. We're talking Isaiah Roby, Jeremy Sohan, and Zach Collins. That's pretty doggone good. All right, but let's go ahead and move on from there. And this is what Zach Collins had to say. This is just kind of showing that Spurs mentality before he was even a Spur. I'm going to have to be a star in my role, whatever that is, and I'm starting and coming off the bench, and that's been my motto for day one. You take pride in being a starter, and that's something that I've always wanted to be in the league, and I wanted to be a starter for the rest of my career. But if me coming off the bench helps us win a championship, I'm 100% in. And these are actually comments that were said when he was a rookie. He's just steady. Usually when you have a rookie, emotionally, it's kind of like a roller coaster. And I love this as well, because we have seen Zach Collins poise. Like, he has a lot of poise when he's playing with us. Missing and making shots, getting minutes, not getting minutes. With Zach, every day he comes in, he's the same. He's smiling, saying what's up. He goes and gets his work in with the coaches on the other end. He's just the same. Ed Davis says he's always willing to learn. He's not one of those rookies who think he knows everything. I love playing with him. I think he's going to be very good in the league. He's tough. Usually you get a rookie out there, especially from a small school like Gonzaga, they can be scared out there. Guys try to punk them, but he doesn't back down. A guy like that, that's all you can ask for. And then you can see Evan Turner says when he performs like this in big games, it's almost like you're waiting for it to happen as opposed to being shocked. That's who he is. So there was some high praises for Zach Collins early on, and most people believe that Zach Collins could become a star in the NBA. And this is what Pop had to say about him. And obviously this is a little while ago, but this is what Pop had to say. He's going to be a hell of a player, but he needs that time in the G League to create habits and get a lot of playing time, get a lot of minutes. So that's all it comes down to, is reps. And I'm telling you guys, if he can't stay healthy with us, then he's just not going to stay healthy. But I know for a fact, seeing how the Spurs operate, they're going to manage the crap out of his minutes. They are going to make sure that he's getting the healthy amount of minutes to keep him healthy. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Like I say all the time, if you want to support the channel, it's only $2 per month. Patreon, YouTube, links below. Until next time, dude, deuces.